Someone who I have mad respect for all the things she's done with her life, and her most recent project has really taken on a special kind of altitude. Her book, Take a Shot at Happiness, now has an app, and her book is in large measure centered around love. And this being Valentine's Day, we thought it would be fun to have Maria Baltazzi back. Hi, Maria.
Hi, how are you? Nice to be
Nice to
back.
see you. Yeah, you always look happy. I don't know how you do it. This Take a Shot at Happiness, again, you have an app now that goes with it. So this is kind of inspirational stuff that propels all of us on a daily basis. I guess that's what the app is about.
Yes, and the app is the activities that I have in my book. So at the end of every chapter, each chapter is what I call a happiness essential. It's one of the core values of happy people. And at the end of the chapter on love or gratitude or forgiveness, then there are creative exercises where I have people use their cell phone. It's guided prompts to use their cell phone to take photos of what they've just been reading about and then journal about it. So the app has all of those prompts. So you can always be working on your happiness.
Yes, never a bad thing, and the book is really great that way. It's sort of like a ongoing kind of workshop toward that. But now let's get to Valentine's Day and love. You wrote an article about self-love in the magazine Best Holistic Life. I wonder if you can tell me what self-love is.
It's really caring about yourself. It's having respect for yourself. It's valuing yourself, and thinking and feeling and caring for your happiness and your well-being. And it's like when you are on an airplane and the steward says, in the event of an emergency, an oxygen mask will fall down in front of you, put that mask on your face first, and then help others around you. And that's what self-love and self-care and self-compassion, all those selves in the most positive way, that's what it's about. It's about putting that oxygen mask on your face first, so you are showing up as your best self to be of service to others around you.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, the last part is particularly interesting. Do you cover blaming others for your setback? That's a big part of my life, everyone. I like to blame other people for anything bad that's going on in my life. You don't cover that in your the oxygen mask goes on you first in your article of
Well,
self-love?
actually, I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
I actually do. And it really is. It's a separate bullet point, if you will, in my chapter on love, in my book, and it's taking responsibility for all your relationships, good or bad. You are in some way responsible, for how you are responding. And so that's a huge one. Just taking that ownership of yourself and your relationships and how you are showing up.
The Valentine's Day pressure is real. And I mean, again, it's a concocted thing. I see the virtues in Valentine's Day or having a day or a time that we all kind of agree on. Yeah, I thought that was a great thing that Deirdre did. She bought herself flowers today. But I see the virtue in it, but I also see how much pressure it creates. You know what I mean? It's yet another day that you feel intense pressure to sort of step up, show up, compare your whatever celebration or whatever you're doing to other people's. You do address that. You address the Valentine's Day struggle that many have.
Yes, for all of the things you just said, and especially if you're single, you really feel it. That, oh gosh, I don't have somebody to share Valentine's Day with. And that's not true. You have yourself. And a lot of what I am teaching is that you need to become your best friend, your best companion, your best playmate, that you complete yourself, so that when you are showing up in relationship with somebody else, it's not because you're looking to them to fill a void, but you're looking to have a complement to your life, not to make it be something more, that you're looking for someone else to fulfill you, because you already do that for yourself. So cultivating that ability to be on your own is huge. And Valentine's Day is a great day to do it if you are on your own. Send yourself, like somebody in the office already did. Buy yourself some flowers and chocolates. Make yourself a candlelit dinner. Do something kind for yourself. Take yourself to a romantic movie somewhere. Treat yourself as you would a date.
Yeah, I would also say, I mean, I, of course, come at it from a different perspective. Yours is far healthier and will get you to a better place. But I always feel like I always tell people this around Christmas and the holidays, because that's when, depression and emptiness and loneliness can all sort of weigh on you if you're single. I think it's the greatest thing in the world to be single around the holidays. You have no obligations at all. You don't have to leave if you don't want to. You want to go to a party, you can. If there are no parties you're invited to, even better. Park yourself there, watch whatever you want, read whatever you want. The freedom that comes with being by yourself is a special kind of freedom. And I applaud people who can embrace that and not get caught up in this, oh my God, I've got to find my soulmate, I've got to find my other half. It's great if you have that, but I'd suggest that there's a certain freedom and magic in being on your own. Now, I mean, sadly, people oftentimes end up on their own because of, some sort of loss or, a death, et cetera. It can be a sad thing, but it doesn't always have to be a sad circumstance.
And I agree with you, and you are speaking to everything that really I just said, in that you become your best company. You're not looking for the invitations, because you're happy to be on your own doing whatever it is you want to do. I do a lot on my own. I go to meals on my own. I travel a lot on my own. And you learn to be very self-contained. And that is a good thing. It's actually a powerful thing to know that you can love yourself, you can entertain yourself, you can be with yourself and feel, happy and content, and not sad and depressed.
I'm looking at all the different comments that come in, and Lori's got an interesting one. She says, your inner voice should talk to you with the same compassion you talk to your friends, i.e. you don't call your friends ugly or fat or stupid or weak, so don't say those things to yourself. You talk about that in your book, as I recall. Sort of what you say to yourself and how you view yourself is something that's really important.
Yes, and I agree with what Lori is saying. I mean, sometimes we can be so brutal to ourselves. We tell ourselves such harsh and awful things that you would never say to someone else. So why would you say that to yourself? I mean, it's so unkind.
Then we have, welcome to our world. We have, of course, those who are pot stirrers. These are our regular pot stirrers on this show. Andrew's one of them. If that's the case, Mark, everyone should just stay single. Yeah, well, you know what, Andrew? There's a virtue in just staying single, by the way. And my point is, you can find special feelings in both places, being single or being connected. That's my point. Chris, sucks to be by yourself. We are social creatures. I get that we're social creatures, but I also think, I'll let you take that, Maria. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, respond. But these guys are always out. They're always on my case, so I always feel like I have to bite back. But go ahead.
Well, even if you are in relationship with someone, it's still important to have your own space, your own alone time. I mean, that's part of keeping your identity. Even going back to the idea that you're not looking for somebody to complete you or to fill a void. You do that for yourself. So it's important to that you still preserve time, to be, on your own. And so it's not that you're saying everybody should be single. It's saying you should be comfortable in your own skin, in who you are,
that's
whether
such a
you're
great,
in a
right.
relationship or not.
Well, look, and sadly, we repeat a lot of things that we heard from childhood or that we've incorporated from media or whatever it might be. That's kind of why I liked your book, and I'm looking forward to checking out the app, Take a Shot at Happiness, the app, because you suggest you can recalibrate. Doesn't matter what, you were told or what you incorporated before into your psyche, you can recalibrate. And I just think I love the notion that we can reconstitute ourselves. It's never too late. So I commend you on that message. And here is my darling Kim with more. Kim?
I thought Karen just wrote something really good. She said too many people, especially women, define themselves by having a relationship, and that's not good. And, I just was thinking about, as you were talking about how work for me, there used to be a moment sometimes when I drive away from the house and I felt like I was myself again. Like, I'm nobody's wife, I'm nobody's mom, I'm just me again. I get to go to work and just be me and have no responsibilities for the day except the responsibilities of the job. And that's kind of what the show here, Working with Mark, is like for me too, where I get to be myself and not have the responsibilities of the house. So for me, working is self-love, and having this time where I'm just able to check out from other, responsibilities in the world. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah.
Well, you've identified what your needs are, and it's going to vary from person to person. The point is that you take that time to understand the things that fill you. And the only way you really get to do that is if you spend a certain amount of time on your own where you're not having a conversation, you're not taking care of somebody.
Yeah.
So, that's what works for you. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Maria Baltazzi, PhD, MFA. Take a Shot at Happiness is her book. How to Write, Direct, and Produce the Life You Want. Voted Best Personal Development Book of the Year. I mean, come on. Damn it. If anybody comes here fully qualified to talk about Valentine's Day and self-improvement, it's Maria Baltazzi. All right. Maria, thank you for being here. I wish you a happy Valentine's Day, and we look forward to you visiting again. Please, we wouldn't you say, Kim, we can benefit from an occasional visit from Maria to help us.
Trust me, we can benefit from Maria a lot. I mean, doesn't everyone feel better? We leave this conversation feeling like, all right, this is good stuff.
Maria has a kind face, says Julie. Isn't that nice? Aww. That's really sweet. Well, all right. So we will see you again. Thank you, Maria Baltazzi.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.